What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy J King 561 coming back at you with another video. Sorry, I've been kind of, I guess you can say, lazy at making videos. Just been really busy with like school and work and all that great stuff. But besides the point, I did promise you guys to make a video on farming. I've had quite a good amount of requests for another video, especially on farming. I've had a couple comments. Shout out to the two women that commented. Definitely appreciate it, and a few people that reached out to me on Facebook, which was pretty cool. Shout out to them. But anyway, so yeah, so here it is. My pretty much, I guess, commentary and video on how to make a farm. Right now I'm actually logged into one of my farms. As you can see, I think this is my first farm I made. It's my Castle 15 right here. As you guys can see, I've actually officially finished my Castle 22. I do have Siege 22, so I got the T8 Siege, and I actually do have the Barracks 22 also. So I got the T8 Spearmans, and I'm working on the what you call it, the Horsemans. So I'm working on that. I already got it to, I'm getting it to 22 right now as we speak. So I'll have T8 Horsemans, and then last but not least, I'll get the, I guess, the bowmans or whatever, archers you would call them. But yeah, so I'm doing pretty well. I actually had just empty out this farm right here, my second farm, to upgrade, because right now we're doing an event. The castle development just finished not a couple few hours ago. Right now is training soldiers. I don't really do that for my farms. I don't really do the events unless it's like the gathering events, but I do it for my main. But anyways, let's get back on subject. So today's about building your farm. So as when you start a new game, first I would recommend figure out how many farms you want. That's the first thing you want to do. Oh yeah, by the way, I want to make a shout out to Carr. Homeboy actually gave me one of his farms that's not here. I'm actually working on it to try to get enough gems to bring it close to my main castle. But shout out to him. He actually gave me one of his farms. If you guys saw my first video, I talked about him being the first Castle 30 in our kingdom. So he had about, I think like he told me he had about 14 or 16 farms that helped him get to level 30 real quick. And I don't know if he spent any money, but whatever. Like I said in my first video, you really don't have to spend much money to get ahead in this game. But anyways, yeah, so first thing, you want to figure out how many farms you want. Now, once you figure out how many farms you want, you're gonna have to make the emails, because this game actually allows you to sync with either emails, which I would recommend. You can do on iPhone. I don't know how they do it on Android, 'cause I don't have an Android. I have an iPhone. What's it called? It's like game shares. I forgot what it called. It's game something, but let me check it out. Hold on. Game Center. All right, so you can do it on Game Center, or you can do emails, or you can do it through Facebook. I would say do it through emails. Just make a few whatever fake Google emails, which I have, and just sync it to it. So once you make your farms, you pretty much just bind it to whatever emails you have. Make sure you have a password that you know. Usually I kind of put all my farms with the same password, except for my main. My main has a different password and a different email, of course, but all my farms has the same password but different emails. So once you figure that out, you want to upgrade them as fast as you can. And I would say upgrade them to start at least 10, but your goal would be 15, because once you get 15 you can gather silver. But 10 would be a good goal, and it's pretty easy to get there, as long as you're diligent and you work hard and you're on it all the time, you can get there. Um, so then the next thing would be train as much troops as you can to, as you can see, I was sending out my farms, and I can empty out a pretty much level 7 tile. I can actually also empty out level 8 tiles, but usually they're occupied, as you can see, and I usually just let my main castle usually get these cuz. But yeah, try to make enough troops where they can at least empty out the tiles, because one of my biggest pet peeves in this game is that people don't empty out their tiles, which prevent other tiles to spawn, and then sometimes they're left with like 300 grain, or like for like this one right here, 90 grain. These are not even like my stuff. These are like other people right here. But yeah, so they leave like empty tiles, or not empty tiles, they leave unfinished tiles, and it's quite annoying. So make enough troops where you can empty the tiles. I mean, I know once you start, you won't be able to, but that would be a good goal. Um, Biggest thing I would say, do not do, I repeat, do not do. One of the mistakes I've made was upgrading these arrow towers. Do not upgrade them. Once you unlock them, they're going to be level 1, but just don't upgrade them. The little arrow to upgrade, it's tempting. We have um, that little temptation, that's that little devil telling us to upgrade it, but don't do it. You will regret it. Why? Don't think that somebody else is gonna, unless you're in a bad kingdom and there's jerks that's trying to pretty much attack your farm all the time. But even with that, that's not really a good reason to to upgrade them, because if you think about it, you're making a farm for yourself. You're gonna attack them. You don't want to lose troops attacking your own farms. That's stupid. Which I did make that mistake, and as you can see, some of them are upgraded, which it's whatever. I do set up a march to where I only lose my T1 front lines, swordsmen, whatever you want to call them, so I don't lose much power when I'm farming. So it's whatever. I just gotta deal with it. But yes, do not upgrade your arrow towers unless it's on your main, but don't upgrade them. A good thing you want to do also is get into a very good alliance. I think that's like the biggest thing you want to do, because if you get in a bad alliance and you're just getting wrecked by all these other bigger alliances that's just wrecking your farms, it's kind of pointless. You're kind of farming for them, not for yourself. So getting a good alliance that's really strong, that got some spenders, or that just got people that knows how to play the game, it will just make things so much easier. If if you can't find a good alliance, leave the kingdom, make a whole new kingdom, go join in a whole new kingdom, make new profiles, whatever. Do what you got to do. But yeah. Another thing, since we are in the event process right now, the fifth one is actually the kill event. And usually farms are the biggest targets because obviously they're easy to kill. Usually I either have enough gems to put up a shield for 3 days, because the kill event actually lasts for 3 days. I usually have enough shields, or as you can see, I only got an 8-hour shield, which is not enough. But what I do is I empty them out before the kill event, usually the day before. I empty them out, so I just hit them, take all the resources that I need out of them, and then I just try to find a way to like send my troops, or because I know this farm right here has a 3-day, and this farm right here has a 3-day. So what I do is I'll empty this one, send all my troops to one of these farms, and then use a 3-day shield, and that'll protect my troops, and all the resources are gone out there. So then when the kill event ends, I just go back to farming and all that stuff. But that's another thing, like you got to be in a good kingdom and in a good alliance, because obviously I'm in a good kingdom to where we do not attack each other unless it's kill event. During after kill event, there's no attacking. Everybody farms, everybody builds. But then when kill event comes, then unless we're like allies, we won't attack you. But if we're not allies, you're getting wrecked. Um, but yeah, let me see. What else? What else? What else? So yeah, definitely. Oh jeez. So definitely try to get at least enough gems to bubble to buy a shield or empty out your farms before kill event. So that you know, as you can see, also use your wishes. I got 235. These are like my emergency funds. Like if I need extra for my main, then I'll use them for like I guess you can say like silver because those are hard to come by, and iron. So I'll probably use those wishes for that. But let's see what else. What else I can tell you? Oh yeah, so research. Definitely research everything right here. All the plow for the grain, for the lumber, all these. Do not upgrade this, the vault, because obviously you don't want to protect your resources from your main. You want to get all the resources. And I've upgraded pretty much all these right here. All this right here. And then because I'm bored, usually I upgrade this just cause. I mean, this doesn't really do nothing. Increase city defense. I upgrade these just because I don't have traps, so I really don't care. Development. I upgrade all of these. This will be somewhat helpful if that's why I say just make enough troops to where you empty a tile, because when you make more troops, your grain goes into negative, so your troop starts eating your grain. So why see, as you can see, it went down because I have troops to the point where it's eating my grain every like whatever second, like 5 seconds, whatever. Um, as you can see, it's eating my grain. So this would be good to do, or just build enough troops to where that doesn't happen, and you'll be all right. So that's why you see I don't train troops at all anymore. I'm kind of done with that. Even with events, I don't do it because I don't want that to happen. Definitely use the what's his name? I don't know, but use this guy, Merchant. I think definitely use him right now. He has a 2-hour trap for 1 gem, which is alright. I mean, I don't build traps, but if I get it, I get it. I get it. Usually they have like 1 million grain or 1 million wood. I always try to get the 1 million grain or wood on my main. On here, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, depending how much gems I have. Because usually I can go up to like 100 gems until I get it. But again, it depends. Sometimes you can be lucky, sometimes you can't. Do not build the storehouse, or not build. Do not upgrade the storehouse unless you need to, because again, it protects your resources, and also you don't want it to protect all the resources that you need for your main. Uh, let's see. What else? Oh yeah. So when you start the game, obviously you start with, you make a grain, a farm tile, a lumber tile, and you make all these other stuff. Now this is just your personal preference of how you want to do it. Usually I kind of just make it an equal amount somewhat. Sometimes I have a little bit more grain on one farm, then I have more wood. In my other farm I have more wood, then I have grain. And then all the iron is kind of like the same. I have like 5, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. And then even with the silver, 3, 4, 5, I have the same. With that being said, again, it's your personal preference. Usually for upgrading, you need more wood to upgrade. So maybe you want to make more wood. But again, it's your personal preference. And like the more grain farms you have, the less likely your grains will be going negative from the troops eating it. So again, it's your personal preference. You choose what you want to do, pick your own style, whatever. Last but not least would be the skills. All your farms needs to look like this. You need to, when you start, increase troop load, so you can send less troops and they can load more. Pretty self-explanatory. You got quick build, obviously, because you want to build quicker. Research, same thing. And then once you get this is pretty good. It runs every 4 hours. You get a nice little bonus of resources. Now, the lumber or the grain, again, it's your personal preference how you want to build your farm. If you want to build your farm be particularly wood, or if you want it to be mainly grain. I have this one grain just because, I don't know, in my view, it doesn't matter. I kind of like a mix of both. I usually do wood and grain. If you look at my tiles, it's kind of like the same wood and grain. I just put all of them in one column for grain just because. I think my other farm is all wood just because. No particular reasons. Is again your personal preference. So you want to keep them like that, or like if you want to really focus on one, like if you want all your farms to focus on wood, put them all on wood. Put on iron or grain, whatever. You choose what you want to do. Pretty simple. But yeah, I did have one question on my last video. Forgot what she asked. Let me go check right quick. She did say something about an email. Once you make, I don't know if it was about the email, but it's like once you make a new farm, is your other one still existing? It will stay if you have it bind to an email. And that's why I had said in the beginning, make sure you have enough emails. Like figure out how many farms you want, then make that many emails, and then once you make a farm, you bind that farm with an email. You can write it down somewhere. The game actually saves it, which I really love. It saves the email and the password, so you can just write it down just in case if you forget. But the game usually saves it. Well, mine, I don't know how they do it on Android, but on mine, it's saved. So once you bind it, and then like let's say like I started my main one, my main castle, and then I bind it to my main email and whatever, and then I wanted to start making my farms. I start new game, and then I go through the whole tutorial, yada yada yada, and then I bind it with a new email and with a new password and all that stuff. So then that will be saved as my second farm or as my first farm, and then I can switch back and forth from the farm to my main, and and then you just keep going. You just make more farms and do the same thing, and then once you're done, you can go through each, and throughout the day just upgrade them and do what you got to do. So I think that's pretty much it. Definitely upgrade your drill grounds, because again, you want to be to the point where you can send enough troops to finish a tile. And then other than that, this is pretty cool. I mean, I don't do it as much because I don't care much for it, but it's pretty good once you upgrade all these. They're pretty good for a little bit of boost, but it's not that important for a farm. Definitely do all these little fun challenges. I think they're very helpful, especially this one. You can easily get gems on this. It doesn't really, I mean, you can just get to like level 4 and get enough gems. Yeah, I would say I think you can get at least 200 gems just by playing this once a day. Like it's super easy. So I already got 10 gems right there. And obviously you gotta be good. You can't just randomly switch things, but yeah. If you guys enjoyed this commentary, please let me know in the comment section. I do appreciate all the comments I have received on Facebook, and just people reaching out to me. Sorry, I was kind of just been lazy. Well, not really lazy, but I've just been really busy with stuff, so I haven't been able to record or had time to record, but I'll try to get up on it. Definitely let me know if there's any questions. I'll make a video about it. Let me know if you have any concerns or something you want me to show you or whatever. Let me know in the comment section. Definitely looking forward to make more videos, because I actually do enjoy making the videos and helping people out, because I know there's a lot of people that probably don't know this or never thought of this. So I don't mind helping them out. It's pretty fun doing. And since I'm in such a great alliance, shout out to my alliance. We actually just switched our name to KOK. It was Red, but we've merged with another alliance, so we're pretty much one of the top alliance, pretty much number one. So I ain't got to worry about getting attacked or whatever. So it's pretty cool. Definitely. But yeah, hit me up in the comments. I do respond usually, and I'm pretty good at that. So hit me up, ask me any questions, and yeah, thank you for watching the video. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.